I'm Lanny Sinkin. I'm Executive Director of Solar San Antonio. In the back is our Chairman, William Sinkin. We're having a big birthday party tomorrow, his 97th birthday. Yep. And 11 years ago, he started this organization because nobody in San Antonio really knew much about solar power, and he saw it as the future. So he started plowing and planting, and it was a long process, a decade long. But we feel like now things are really starting to bear fruit from all of that work he did, and that the whole solar endeavor is becoming very robust as a financial undertaking and as a community commitment and as a utility commitment, and that we're sort of coming to the perfect storm time of all the right conditions for what we consider to be a coming solar surge. And one of the missing pieces in all of that was the finance community here in San Antonio. We came to understand that because these are a little bit different kind of loan, a little bit different kind of project, and there was not a lot of information available, many financial institutions simply had not gotten engaged in making loans for solar projects. So we decided it would be valuable for representatives of the financial community here in San Antonio and some of the national banks that are represented here as well to have a session where we presented information about financing options in solar. This is by no means comprehensive. There are many models, and it's not going to be as in-depth as would happen if we had a full-day session on each model, but we wanted to give you at least a taste of the kinds of things that are being done. So we have speakers that range from Jigar Shah, who's internationally known in the solar field and the whole energy field. And we have Shelby Ruff, who's a local solar company that has its own program for how they do solar financing. And we hope that this is going to give you an overview and stimulate your thinking. The way we've laid out the program is to actually ask the presenters to all just simply do a sequential presentation without questions and answers, put all of that information on the table, and then in the last part of the session have an opportunity for just an open discussion of what people have heard and see what emerges. I'm going to just briefly touch on the handouts that are in your packet. You do have an agenda, and on the back is a list of the people that are attending. We hope they're all here. I think we missed a couple that haven't shown up yet. And with their email addresses, if you want to do follow-ups, do a tweet meetup or whatever with your colleagues in the financial community. We have a little fact sheet about Solar San Antonio. We have a little a printout from Accion represented here today about a project that they have launched for a green investment fund, micro-lending fund here in San Antonio. And greetings. And you'll see a questionnaire, which we hope you'll fill out and leave with us before you go, as to what your future interest might be and where we might be able to work together. And I'll talk about that a little more after we have the presentations. And then you'll see also a sample. We're planning a campaign that's called Bring Solar Home, which is an attempt to connect people who are interested in solar with the financial wherewithal and the solar installers to actually get solar installed and increase the number of installations in San Antonio. That's going to be a marketing educational campaign, and we sort of did a mock-up of the kind of poster we would like to have appearing in banks. And just to specifically deal with that for 1 second, there are really 3 purposes here. The first purpose is to transfer to you information that you may not know about solar options in financing. The second purpose is to give you a chance to evaluate whether within your own institution you might like to develop in-house expertise. So when your customer walks in and says, I want to go green or I want to go solar, you have somebody in the bank that already understands what rebates are available, what tax credits are available, all those kind of things that can benefit your customer, or they know who to call. And the third level of involvement that we're looking for is if your institution would like to cooperate with us in this campaign of Bring Solar Home. We have solar companies already signed on to cooperate. We'd love to have financing partners as well. So when we go out to the community with Bring Solar Home and people call us and say, yes, I want to go solar, we can say, okay, well, who's your bank? And here's a bank that can help you, or whatever we can provide them with in terms of connecting to the financing. So those are our 3 purposes here today, and we'd be happy to have feedback on any of those as well. So our first presenter is Jigar Shah. Jigar is the founder of Sun Edison, which is the largest solar installer in the United States. He created the power purchase agreement model for getting solar installed on rooftops through a program he can explain. And after creating that company and making it a huge success, he sold his share and became a sort of energy warrior on the planet. He's now CEO of what's called the Carbon War Room, which he will explain to you. And I'm going to invite him up just to give you an overview of what's happening in the financing field in solar all around the country and even the world. And we really appreciate your coming out today, and I trust this is going to be informative. Thank you.